But two people that's really from the city that's been into it this week is Mike D and Donnie Houston, man. So let's see how it started to where it's at.
Man, the man never gave me a job.
Never gave you opportunity.
I sent everybody to him, did everything I could do. He became Donnie Houston, number one motherfucking podcast in Houston, Texas, because he got ahead of us. We looked for him on how to do it. We looked a lot of respect. Like, he got the number one slot. I give it to him. I feel like that way. But he didn't believe in me or didn't have the faith in me to work with me or didn't want to work with me.
Right.
And didn't tell me that. He just kept shunning me out. So what I did was say, man, I'm doing all this shit.
You already
The entrepreneur came.
Called too many times for a ride and they don't show up, whatever.
Yeah, I do the real tune, then I do urban politician and hundreds of thousands, 200,000-300,000. Shit, nigga, they like my raspy voice ass when I talk this shit. Right. I'm gonna do my own.
I mean, for me, it's just, everybody's telling me, man, y'all should talk. But for me, it's like, what am I talking about?
Yeah.
Like, really, what am I, like, I was hit with all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was hit with we got some kind of problem or, from my understanding, he's upset because he wanted to be a co-host for my show and I didn't want co-host because I just had 5 of my closest friends be my co-host and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I wasn't trying to have co-hosts. Right. So this was say one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, it's like, bruh, what am I going to say in conversation about that?
Boys know what they doing with them titles. I ain't make that title. Hoppy made that title. I ain't never fell out with Donnie Houston a day in my life. I've been disappointed by Donnie Houston. But that's his right. He said on here, I don't want no co-guest. I already had it. Tell me that.
So who do you think was right or wrong in this situation? Let me know your thoughts, because your thoughts probably not the same as mine.
I think they both right in their own way. You know what I'm saying? But I think Donnie Houston is more right because you can't go off of, yeah, y'all got a tight relationship, let me be your co-host, when you don't know what he had going on prior. He's built a whole different business model. So it's like he's not even thinking about a co-host. He's not dissing you, but he's moved on from that situation. But you don't understand that, and you took it as a diss. So I understand how you took it, and it could be perceived that way. What's his name? Mike D?
Yeah.
I can understand how it could be perceived that way, but he kind of making it more about emotion than, you know what I'm saying, than just straight business. And Donnie Houston is just saying it's about business, man. I didn't want to go that way. My best friends were my co-host, and it didn't work out. So having you on there, I'm not sure. So you got to respect that. I mean, he probably didn't know it at the time why he was getting let down, but I feel like you got to respect that, man.
First of all, maybe I can see both points of views, but I'm gonna say this: Mike D brought that idea to Donnie Houston to go visual with it. Donnie Houston wasn't doing a podcast, right? Well, he may have been doing a podcast, but it wasn't a visual podcast like on YouTube or anything. He was only doing audio interviews with people. Okay, then not only that, Mike D introduced you to a bunch of people, niggas that didn't know you, wasn't trying to get to know you, or wouldn't come and sit down and do an interview with you if it wasn't for Mike D. That's number one. Number two, when a nigga came to you and asked you about the co-host thing, and he said co-guest on there, but he meant co-host. When he came to you and asked you about the co-host thing, why not just tell him then? You know what I'm saying? Why just ignore and leave the nigga on red and all this here? And then when he just said, fuck it, well, I'm going to do my own shit, you had already had him on as a guest once and interviewed him. You know what I'm saying? Because Mike D ain't part of the culture in Houston. He is the culture in Houston, right? He go all the way back to the Fat Pat days and all this here, the screwed up click. So he knew all them cats and he helped usher in that period of H Town history. And he still got it going on. So what I'm saying is you couldn't even show the man no gratitude, a depth of gratitude by when he told you that he wanted to come on your show and promote his podcast that he was finna come out with. You leave him on red. You don't even, you know what I'm saying? You can't even like respect that. It ain't even a competition thing. You looking at it, to me, Donnie Houston looking at it is like, oh, now this nigga trying to do a podcast. We trying to step on my toes. It ain't even set, man, say, man. It's a million motherfucking niggas out here doing podcasts, right? Like they said in the dope game, there's money out here for everybody, right? Like they said in the rap game, there's money out here for everybody, right? Like they say, if you open in the business, there's money out here for everybody. There's money out here for everybody in this podcast thing, man. So why is you holding your nuts on the next nigga? Just because he want to come on your platform and say he finna do his own thing. Then y'all could collaborate. You didn't want to get a nigga a job. You didn't want to let him co-host with you. Then y'all could collaborate on some shit. You know what I'm saying? But damn, since he finna get ready to do his podcast thing, you looking at it as a competition. You lead a nigga on red, but this supposed to be your big homie. Nah, I can't respect that, man.
I mean, I see how you feeling, but at the end of the day, you saying that Mike D gave him the tidbit of go visual with it, but see,
He
the thing
did.
is, Donnie Houston had this lane. He had this lane. It might not have been visual, but he had this lane mapped out of Houston culture that he wanted to put on Front Street, and especially throwback culture. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened back then. He always wanted to delve into that type of situation. So that was a lane that was already carved out, and you
But
gave me the
guess
tidbit to
what?
go visual.
Get, guess what? He couldn't have bust that lane wide open without Mike D because niggas
And
wasn't
that's
trying to
thanks to his
hit.
And that's thanks to his own genius and creative that he got Mike D to help bust open those doors. That's still his lane. And now Mike D went visual, and now he's doing the same exact lane as Donnie Houston. It's the same like podcast. Yeah, everybody have a podcast, but it's different lanes. But I came up with this underground culture, like documenting, talking about this underground culture of Houston, or this just Houston culture, period. And now Mike D, a legend, is doing it. Yeah, it's competition. I feel like Mike D gotta understand. Like people always think, like, oh, this nigga owe me some stuff, bro. You guys work together, and now like it's just no big feelings involved with it. It's just business, and
Mike
of
D ain't
course,
doing the
people
same
want
thing
to.
though.
Mike D
Mike D
doing
ain't
Houston
doing the same
culture.
thing. He doing Houston culture, yes, but he interviewing niggas, yes, okay, but at the same time, he doing story time with Mike D too, where he giving you the game of what was actually going on back then, stories about Fat Pat or 3-2 or some of them cats, what was going on in Screwhouse that didn't get documented, things like that, things that you wouldn't know unless somebody gave you the game on it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah,
the part. Donnie Houston will never be able to do that. And
yeah,
I'm
and
not
that's
saying
understandable.
I'm not hating on Donnie Houston. Say I watch his podcast. I watch both of them. I watch everybody podcast really from K Reno to Hockley. Everybody, anybody out the city, Pico and FDA. You know what I'm saying? Anybody out the city, I'll be watching their podcast, seeing how we can actually add to ours. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're not from Houston per se, but if you're around in that Houston metro area, then it is what it is. You part of that culture. So I watch all them
Yeah,
cats, and like you say, Donnie Houston is, he the DJ Screw of it because he was basically the first one to actually get on like that doing it.
that's what I'm saying.
You know
So he
what
got the
I'm
blueprint.
saying? But at
I
the
just
same
feel like
time,
they
man, you got to give. You can't get the big head and go Hollywood.
No, fact. I mean, I feel you. I feel you. I don't think it's being a big head. Like, I think it's just finding out what's working for you and understanding and staying true to that. And then people just got to respect that. And then keep it 100. I think you have to do a little bit more. He's not being shysty on it. He just wasn't locking in a deal with Mike D. And it's just like you gotta respect that. He's just doing what's best for him. And now Mike D doing what's best for him, and it's popping off, man. So that's just how it go.